Alright, this video is about the group of teens that stomped and that jumped and stomped a 15-year-old girl in Brooklyn on the sidewalk. It's crazy. That situation is like, for all involved, all the people that's involved with that situation, if they look at that situation, they have to look at it and like, we was out of our fucking minds. What the hell were we thinking? What were we doing? You know what I'm saying? I can't see why something like this would take place. Because first of all, it looked like a bunch of boys actually jumping another boy, which still, we come to find out that it was a girl, but it's still, it's still bad whether it was a boy or a girl. But being that, we find out it was a girl, it's worse because, she got breast and, she's much softer than a male, you know what I'm saying? But even if it was a young boy, it would still be, it still looked bad because it looked at like 25, young teens, stomping on like one person. Even if that was a grown man, you know what I'm saying, that it still would have been bad. You know what I'm saying? The way they was stomping and stepping and, jumping and like coming in with flying kicks and, some of them was punching down, you know what I'm saying? You could see them punching and stuff like that. So, I don't know what this girl, did to deserve that. I heard some stories that she was gay and I guess dressing like a dyke or, dressing like a boy and they wanted to treat her like one or whatever the situation is. But what our black guys have to understand, you have to, showing out like that against your black woman, whether she's a teen or an older woman, showing disrespect towards the black female is disrespecting, your woman. Like other race, you can't do that to their women. You know what I'm saying? You have to come in the house and respect their mother. If their mother don't like you, you gotta go. You're not accepted. The woman's voice is the ruling voice as far as, making decisions of who she wants around and who she don't feel comfortable around, like with the family. So you need to respect that, the voice of your mother, and that's any black woman. You understand what I'm saying? Because a black woman is a black woman. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to respect your black woman in order for the other races to respect your black woman. If you don't care about the respect for your black woman, then black on black crime is going to continue to happen. We're trying to get to the point where we stop the black on black violence, the young guys shooting each other and killing each other, the black guys, disrespecting black women. Stop fighting with black women. We're trying to get better. We're not trying to go back in time. So it just seemed like we're going backwards in time instead of, improving and progressing forward. So I'm just asking for any, our black men, any black men who's seeing this video, please respect your black woman, because most of us are being violated. Myself included. Most of us is being disrespected and being violated, and other nationalities are watching. You know what I'm saying? You have to um, you have to accept the way God made us. Whether you don't like the dark skin, you don't like the nappy hair, you don't like the curly hair, what have you, you just have to accept the way God made you. Because then if we would have had straight hair, if we was black with the straight hair, then, and the white people had nappy hair, then y'all would have wanted y'all women to have nappy hair instead of straight hair. So, we can never get anything, correct. You understand what I'm saying? So you just have to accept things the way they are, for what they are, even if, if you think that we ugly. You understand what I'm saying? So be it. But we still the woman of your race, and we still need to be, respected. Because anytime something happened with a black male, we always come to bat. The black woman is the first one to come to bat for the black man. But if anything happened, with a black woman against anybody else, it seems like the black men go against the black woman. You always want to put us in check, or, like knock us down, like, oh, no, you're wrong and the other person is right. You have to stand behind, your woman, because that represents your mama. Your mama is black, so any black woman would represent your mother. A black teenage girl coming up, she would represent your mother. You understand what I'm saying? So in order for us to, as a culture, to stick together, to hold on to what we have, we're very creative people. In order for us to hold on to ownership of things that we even create and stop selling it. You understand what I'm saying? Every time we create something, we sell it. You understand what I'm saying? In order for us to hold on to stuff, we have to stick together. If we knew we had people sincerely behind us, and not jealous of us when we get something, then we would probably hold on to something instead of like selling it. When you like when you're talking about hip hop and rap and stuff like that, and like Russell Simmons, creating the Def Jam and all of that stuff like that, and then selling it, and just creating stuff, and every time we create stuff, we sell it, just to get the money, and we go on about our own personal family lives and stuff. That's because we're not really sticking together, with our community, because we don't trust our community. We don't trust each other, because if I get something, like I did open up a store one time and everybody was jealous. You know what I'm saying? I just opened up a little store. I wasn't even financially set yet. I was just starting, and everybody thought, oh, she has the potential to be a millionaire. She's about to become a millionaire. And, everybody became jealous. They started spreading rumors in the street, don't go in her store and stuff like that. Don't purchase nothing from her and stuff like that. I just started getting a whole bunch of, like, harassment, and still till today, I have family members that's still jealous of that situation, because they haven't even reached that point yet, where they opened up like a little store, which is like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got an overhead, you're paying, you're paying your lease, your rent, or whatever the situation is, and it ain't no biggie. I was just, it was my first business. I was just starting out, and I thought I'd open up a storefront. Everybody else, the Spanish people, the Mexicans, the Jamaicans, everybody else had a store, some business or restaurant going on in the community. So I had opened up a little storefront, and my people was totally not supporting me. So, you know, it ended up failing and it ended up closing down. So I learned my lesson there because I put, you know, a lot of my money in that, you know. And I became in debt from that, you know, from my own people not standing behind me. So with the young lady that's involved, because I thought that was a boy on the ground, but for the young lady that's involved, I hope that I hope she's all right, you know, coming out of that situation. I hope she went to the hospital to get checked out and checked for any broken bones, or, you know, hopefully it's just soft tissue and stuff like that, because, you know, I don't know where they was kicking, in the face, the head, the eyes, the nose, her mouth, if they busted her teeth out, you know, whatever the situation is. I hope that young lady come forward and let us know that, you know, she's okay and everything like that, and so that, you know, we could, you know, rest about the situation, you know. So for the young lady that was the one that was being stomped on the ground, I guess she's a minor, so she may not want to, you know, really come forward and show her face or whatever, you know, with the embarrassment and stuff like that. But I hope that she's okay. And I hope there's no serious damage or anything like that, you know, done physically. You know, mentally, it definitely is going to be some damage there, that, you know, a whole bunch of boys running down on you, and all you can see is feet and legs coming flying down at you, and you down on the floor, and their body weight is coming in at you, and then you got other ones just throwing punches and stuff like that, you know. That definitely is going to do something to you mentally. So, you know, I hope our people, you know, we get it together, you know. Come on, because every time we turn around, if it's not one thing, it's another thing, you know. I seen Jada Pinkett and Snoop Dogg, you know, he spent, you know, he did a couple of videos, and then he did an interview with Jada Pinkett trying to correct his situation, where, you know, he was you know, bad mouthing a black woman, and he, you know, still trying to correct that situation, you know, the situation with, you know, Oprah's friend. So, let's stop the black on black violence. Let's stop the black men on black women violence. We gotta, you know, get it together. You know, let's just get it together. So yeah, I was talking about Oprah's friend Gayle King, or when she did the thing about Kobe Bryant, whether it was intentionally or not, it was definitely something that was in the media, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, she was asking questions in the interview or whatever the situation is. It got out, and everybody was still upset about the Kobe situation, mainly, you know, the guys, because, you know, they into basketball and all that stuff like that. So, you know, that's when Snoop came out, and I can't repeat word for word what he said, and I don't want to, but he was, you know, like saying some things and calling her out, her name, and he did a couple of apologies, and I'm glad that he did that. I'm glad that he was man enough, and he had sense enough to do it, you know what I'm saying? And then Jada Pinkett sat down with him, and she was saying, you know, she said, when you were saying it, I just felt like you were saying it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she let him know that all black women was feeling like they was being spoken to when he was calling Gayle King out of her name like that, because Gayle King is not just anybody. You know, she's a well-paid a journalist, or whatever her title is. You know, she do the interviews and stuff like that, but she's highly paid person. You know, one of our high, you know, black woman figures. You know what I'm saying? So she's also best friend to Oprah, so it was also a disrespect to Oprah Winfrey too. So, you know, with them black women being on that level, being disrespected, what about the rest of us down here? So if they could get that, what could the rest of us get? What's good for me? You know what I'm saying? What could I get? You know what I'm saying? If Gayle King could get all that cursing out and calling out of her name and stuff like that, then what am I in for? You know what I'm saying? If 25 young black boys could jump, rob, and beat up, you know, a young black girl out in the street, on a sidewalk or whatever in Brooklyn, you know, what am I good for? You know, what do I have to look out for? That makes me say, oh, I gotta, you know, like when you say, when a white person see a black guy, she's automatically, the white people is automatically scared they might cross the other side of the street and walk on the other side of the street, because if they see a black male with a hoodie on or whatever the situation is, they might get scared or something like that, and you know, they go on the other side of the street. Well, that's the same thing for me too. You know, that it's starting to be where, you know, black women have to be scared of black men because we don't know what we gonna get. You know, what are we going to get if, you know, if I'm walking down the street and I see a group of black guys coming towards my direction? I don't know if somebody's going to say something to me, and if I ignore them and I don't respond back, they might start calling me out of my name, curse me out. They might be beating me down or whatever the situation is. So I might have to be just like the white person and cross on the other side of the street if I see a group of you know, black guys that look like thugs or whatever the situation is, or look like they gang members and stuff like that. I might have to cross across the other side of the street too and walk on the other side to avoid any trouble. That's what the situation is. That's what the situation is coming down to. That black women, we have to be scared of black men, and it shouldn't be that way. You know, that, you know, our men is the first ones to disrespect us. You know, before a Spanish guy or white guy or anybody else disrespect us, we can definitely expect some disrespect from our own brothers. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely expect, you know, name calling, a cursing out, or even a beat down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, with the slightest thing, that's why with me, I don't even say shit to niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're being disrespectful, whatever the situation is, I just turn the other cheek. I just keep on walking. I don't even get into an argument when it comes down to, you know, the black guys or whatever the situation is. I'm in a situation right now where basically I'm scared of them. I'm scared of them too. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm a white girl or something like that. Like if I see black guys coming down the street, I better go on the other side of the street. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they might be up to some trouble. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to feel that way about, you know, our men. We want to feel like, you know, y'all got our back like we got y'all back. You know, so that's what it is, you know. And not only that, but we got daughters, you know, and I got a granddaughter, you know what I'm saying? We got daughters and granddaughters and stuff that's coming up, like, you know, what is this world coming to? What is my daughter have to deal with? If she get a boyfriend, is she gonna have to be getting beat down? You know, so guys, the black guys, you know, try to give us some more respect. You know what I'm saying? Try to respect us, and you know, refrain, you know, from coming down on us so hard. I know y'all have anger inside of y'all about a lot of stuff, and probably the easiest person to take it out on is a black woman, because she's the lowest on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? You can't be pushing up on a white woman. You can't be taking out anger on a white man. You know what I'm saying? You can't take anger out on, you know, the Spanish people, because they'll, you know, they get together and they family stick together. You know, they'll jump you. You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll get their whole community and stuff like that. So the easiest person to bash on is a black woman, but the black woman, we need to stick together. It's our fault too, because we don't stick together with one another. You know what I'm saying? You know, if one of us have a problem, we can't go to the other. I can't go to and bring together a whole bunch of black women. Like, okay, let me go get my girls, and we're gonna weigh down on this situation. It's not like that, you know what I'm saying? If I have a problem out here, you know, it's like I'm alone, you know what I'm saying? You know, because the guys stick with the guys, and then the girls stick with the guys, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't have no way to turn when I, you know, have a grievance. You understand what I'm saying? And we should have something with our culture, whereas if we have a grievance, we should be able to bring it to the table, not just when the police do something, when they're doing their job and they do something wrong. Not just that, you know, you can't overlook what you have to clean out your own backyard before you try to clean out somebody else's backyard. You understand what I'm saying? So you're trying to clean up. I see a lot of people, you know, they concerned about how the, you know, the police is arresting black guys, or the beat down that they got, or something that wasn't done like correctly, or whatever the situation is. But first of all, if you don't care about your own brother, if y'all killing each other and shooting each other and doing this gangster stuff, like this Al Pacino, Scarface stuff, and all the black guys want to be gangsters, and so they gonna shoot each other and stuff, and it's a whole bunch of shooting each other stuff going on. How do you expect any police officer, any other nationality, any other, you know, whites or Spanish or any other race of people to respect you? How do you expect that if you don't care about each other? How do you expect for somebody else to care about you? You're just gonna come out and protest when a white officer mishandles a black guy while he's being arrested? It sometimes turn out to be death, or, you know, or whatever the situation is, and we have, you know, a few cases or whatever the situation is. Yeah, one too many, but at the same time, we are killing each other. At the same time, y'all showing that y'all don't care, y'all disrespecting your own mother. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really care what they do to us, because we don't care about each other. You know, we upstaging each other. You know, if somebody gets something of value or some fame or something like that, then, you know, you have other black people that's ready to kill them. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the Pop Smoke situation. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he looked like he was a good artist coming with like a new style. So I don't want to take this video that long. I want y'all to like and subscribe if, you know, you agree with some of the things that I'm saying. You know, brothers, please, you know, respect your black sisters, please. Like and subscribe. Peace. I'm out.